I'm gonna teach you how to tie-dye a 3-color spiral the easy way. So first we're gonna mix the soda ash right now. These are materials that you're gonna need to start your soda ash. First, you're gonna need to get your soda ash, a measuring cup, a gallon of water, and a big bucket to put the shirts in. You get your soda ash, and the measurement is 1 cup of soda ash to 1 gallon of water. So we're gonna put our soda ash in a measuring cup, and we're gonna do a lot of shirts. So we're gonna do 3 gallons of water to 3 cups of soda ash. And we use warm water for this. This is how you measure it. You get an empty gallon of water, you fill it up with warm water from your tub or wherever, and then you pour it into your bucket. So we're gonna pour 3 gallons in because we're gonna do a lot of shirts. You could do 1 gallon to 1 cup of soda ash if you're only doing 1 or 2 shirts, but we're doing a lot. So now we're gonna do 3 more of these. Now we're gonna pour the soda ash in the bucket. So this is 2 cups. We're gonna measure 1 more up. Now we're mixing the soda ash in the water, trying to get it all mixed up. Okay, so now we have our soda ash ready. Now we have to soak our blank shirts in the soda ash because this is what makes this type of dye stay on the shirt. As well, it actually helps the dye stay bright colors as well, no matter what kind of tie dye you're using, so make sure you use soda ash. We're soaking the shirts in here. We have to soak the shirts for 20 to 30 minutes, and while you're doing this, you can get your tie dye ready, and we're going to show you that step next. I'm going to teach you guys right now how to mix the Dharma fiber reactive tie-dye. If you have the one-step tie-dye that's already mixed in the bottles, you can skip ahead on this part, but if you want to learn how to do it the right way and mix your own tie-dye with the reactor, use this right here. These are the colors we're using for this tie-dye: bright yellow, turquoise, and fuchsia red. So this is what the dye looks like, a powder form. What you need is 2 tablespoons of powder to 1 cup. So what that means is, if you have an 8-ounce bottle, all you need is 1 cup of water. If you have a smaller bottle, this is 4 ounces, then use half a cup of water. So I do a little bit at a time so I can mix it in the bottle, because the powder gets stuck together at the bottom if you don't do it like this. We're gonna put our cap on, and then we're gonna just swirl it around a little bit. Now it's all dissolved. Now we could add the next scoop. Okay, so now we're taking our shirts out of the bucket. We're gonna rinse them out a little bit, just like this, and then we're gonna show you how to do the spiral right now, so get ready. So to do this spiral technique, first you lay out your shirt like this. You lay your shirt out like this, and you go right in the center. This is where our design is gonna be printed. You guys will see at the end. Right at the center, right here, and you do a little pinch and twist. And as you twist, you're gonna make these creases like this. So you're gonna define the creases a bit as you twist it. That way you could get a nice spiral technique going. So you define the creases, and you'll see at the end what this does to your tie-dye. But try to make it as tight as possible. Just go slowly, tight as possible. Make your creases go even out to the sleeves. Now depending how spirally you want it, you could add more creases in, or you could just do it natural way. We're doing a lot of shirts, so whatever creases it gives us, we're gonna do it the natural way. See, as you spiral, it gives you more creases, and then you just define them a little bit better, and then you make it nice and tight. Keep it tight around the center right here. Keep it tight around the center, and then you define each crease as you go along. Just keep it neat, keep it tight, and make it look vibrant. So this right here, you could make 2 creases out of this, or 2 or 3. If it's bunched up, you could add some creases in. This right here is bunched up, you could add some creases in. However you want to do it, but we're going to do it the natural way. We're just going to go with the flow with this. This is how you're supposed to do tie-dye. Have fun, go with the flow, and just experience tie-dye. Whatever you get is what you get, but you have an idea what you're going to get each time if you do it the same way. This is the spiral, and then you keep it going out, out, out. You could use rubber bands, but we're not going to use rubber bands because we're doing a lot of shirts right now for our upcoming barbecue. So we're just going to do it DIY, quick, like this, and we're going to show you that process right now. So now we're going to start off with the yellow, and what you want to do for spiral tie-dye is do a triangle straight from the spiral part. So you start right here and you make a triangle, and then you fill it in, and depending how much color you want of each, fill it in like this. Now we're going to get our red, go straight from the triangle, and then you're going to fill this in, go right up to the edge. We're going to grab our last color and just fill in the rest. Don't worry overlapping, it's fine. Just go to the middle, fill in the edges. Now these shirts are still damp. Now we're going to flip the shirt like so and match the colors. Try to match where they were. You could kind of see where they were. Doesn't have to be perfect, because tie-dye doesn't have to be perfect. to do the spiral technique, you need to go to the center and make the triangle right here. So you go to the center and start your dye, and then you work your way out like this. Do that for each color. You do that for the yellow, and make sure they overlap where the colors, the ink, the dyes go together. Make sure they overlap. You can get a nice color right here, a nice purple, you get a nice green, a nice orange, and that's how you get a really nice pattern going. But make sure you overlap the dye right there. When you flip the t-shirt, try to get the colors the same on both sides. You can make it different if you want. If you want the pattern to look a little different, you always could do that as well. But check it out, you do it like this. Alright guys, now that everything is done being tie-dyed, now you let it sit for 24 hours, and then we'll show you what happens tomorrow. So make sure you cover your shirts overnight, because you don't know what the weather's going to be like. It rained last night, so let's see what happens under here, under this tarp. Hopefully everything is good to go. No excuses. Doesn't matter if it rains. Doesn't matter what happens. You gotta make it happen. Alright. Looks like it might have went through. Maybe not. They look good actually. Alright, so now the next step is we are gonna wash these out with cold water. So you could use a hose. I got a little setup over here. Put these on here. I'm gonna spray these down with the hose and wash it out with cold water. All you do is spray it down. You don't have to squish it or do anything just yet. Just spray it down. Try and get most of the ink out like this. We're on time crunch. We have the Funkin' Barbecue coming up. This is what these shirts are for, the Funkin' Barbecue. We throw it yearly, every year at the end of August for all of our homies, all the people who support the brand. We like to tie-dye all the shirts, print on them. I'm going to show you guys a bonus step at the end, so make sure you stick around towards the end. Hope you enjoy the video. So yeah, just squirt it down, spray it down, get all the ink out as much as you can like this. Alright, your next step is to go to your slop sink or somewhere you don't care about getting dye in. You know, this is a workspace, so you have a slop sink ready to go. And then you use warm water and you just rinse it out. Just rinse it out. You don't have to squish it too much. But this is exactly what you gotta do. You gotta use some warm water, rinse the excess ink out, and then after that, you're gonna be washing it. Alright, so now we have all the shirts completely rinsed out. I mean, it doesn't have to be 1000%, but you know the deal. And then we're gonna add our detergent, we're gonna add our softener, like regular wash. Close your washing machine, like regular. And this is the setting we're gonna put it on, guys. We're gonna put it on hot. I'm just gonna do a quick wash right now, but make sure it's on hot. And you could do more if you want, but this is what we're gonna run for the first round. Hot, regular wash for 30 minutes, and then we'll see what happens next. So the shirts are all finished being washed. This is what they look like right now, but don't worry, we're gonna dry them. They're gonna look a little bit different. So never worry about your tie-dye when you're washing it. You have to wait till you're completely done washing it and drying it to really understand what it's gonna look like. That's kind of the excitement about making tie-dye. You don't really know what it's gonna look like. You have an idea. You always have an idea, but you don't really know what's gonna happen. So this is what it looks like right now. We're gonna throw it in the dryer. I'm gonna show you that. So this is the setting that I use. I use very dry, because I want them very dry, and I use medium heat. Okay, so that's what I use. And then we just press start. So make sure it's hot, make sure it's dry, and you're ready to go. We washed it out, we threw it in the dryer, let it dry, and this is the end result. You can check it out. 3-color spiral tie-dye, and look how wild it looks using only 3 colors. Both of these are tie-dyed front and back. Check out the designs. It's gonna stay bright like this because you use the soda ash. So make sure you use the soda ash. But right now, we're about to start printing on the shirts the Funkin' Barbecue, which is our annual summer barbecue. So this is what the shirts are made for. If you guys have any questions about tie-dyeing, how to do 3-color tie-dyeing, how to mix the dye, or anything in general, just leave a comment. We'll answer all the comments. Thank you so much, everybody. Check out more tutorials by WHADAFUNK right over here somewhere. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, subscribe. Peace.